Hello, everyone. Now that I'm done talking about my surgeries and what I have, I want to talk about different topics, and exploiting the disabled is one of them. So, exploiting the disabled is nothing new. In the past, they've had freak shows, and in these freak shows, you would have disabled people basically go on there for people's entertainment. You go on there, you pay, you get to watch this disabled people. Just look at them, how they look, or what they can do, whatever the case may be. So, exploiting the disabled is not a new topic, and it's something that needs to be discussed. And when is it okay, and when is it not okay? So if in these freak shows you had these disabled people who didn't know what they're doing, couldn't really, whether it be some kind of mental disability or they were not on there in their own free will, obviously it's pretty bad that they're being exploited, especially if they weren't getting paid what they're just due. Now you did have some, and you look at the history of the freak shows, you did have many of them that actually made a pretty good amount of money. They were like celebrities, and they were able to make a good, fulfilling life. And so that's kind of the direction you want to go as far as exploiting it for the right reasons, and is at the advantage of the disabled. But if you're just doing it just to take advantage of them, that's a whole nother story. And I feel like you're seeing that now today on social media. Social media feels like the new freak show. Now, what I mean about this is that you see a lot of parents and just news outlets and just different types of videos come out of these disabled people at their worst moment, and it's very awful to look at. It's terrible. Now imagine you maybe just got divorced, maybe you just lost a loved one, and someone's in your camera recording your reaction to it. It's not like a regular reaction video. This is like your life. This is something very serious. And so when you see this kind of exploitation of the disabled, so they can get clicks and views and whatever it may be, it's very awful, and it's something that those parents should really evaluate. What they're doing, or even just the news outlets. Is this ethically right? Even though the parents gave me permission to do this, is this something that I should be posting up? Because you're not the one that has to live with that. It's that disabled person that has to live with that embarrassment. And that's very awful to kind of know that you're on social media and people are making fun of you. You're some kind of meme, and it wasn't at your own free will. Like, you're not the one that recorded that video. You're not the one that gave the permission to post it, and you're just still young. And some of these people that are mentally disabled, and you see them taken advantage of. You see them kind of go on these tours, and they got these managers, and they're all these just different clubs and just different places where they're just saying whatever made them popular on social media. And you can tell that they're not mentally capable of making the right decision of saying, this is what I want, or this is not what I don't want. You can see that maybe they're just being bribed as far as like maybe some money. You kind of question whether they're getting all the money or all the benefits of this, or if these people are they're taking advantage of it. This kind of exploitation of the disabled is not appropriate, and it really hurts them as long term. You don't know what kind of damage you're doing to that disabled person, and it's very awful to see these things. So you may be asking, when is it okay? And I would say, for the most part, when you're capturing this person at their best, like a before and after. So maybe they went through, and you kind of recorded it, but you didn't make it public. And now you see the after effects, of the surgery or whatever the case may be. And you see these people at their best moment. That would probably be the best way to go about it. This person, like with my photos, you have pictures of me when my lip was kind of just, my face was disfigured. And then you saw the after effects of what it's like to have the surgery, and then you see me posting it myself. I'm here doing it personally, and it's something you gotta ask. Is this something that I should post up for my child? Is this something, or a sibling, or whoever it may be? And that's something you gotta look at. It's like, is this a before and after? And when it comes to before and afters, I believe it's okay. You see the results of the said surgery, or whatever the case may be. Like, for example, my brother, every year for my birthday, he posts a picture of me and him. It's at me at my best, it's at him at his best, and we're just right there, side by side. And he puts my story out there, and he asks for my permission, and of course I say yes. And he never once does he put like a picture of me at my worst or anything like that, especially without my permission. And the same thing with my parents. My parents, when they would tell people about my situation, it was always like the before and after, and it was to encourage others. So there was nothing wrong with inspiring others of maybe posting a video that somebody that wasn't supposed to walk, and now you're catching them at their best, and now they're walking. That's very inspirational. It's exploitation, but in the right way. And also, if you get there's some money being involved as far as these disabled people getting money, getting money off their disability, whatever the case may be. So, say it's a social media platform, and this platform has gotten big and it's based off of a disabled person, and a lot of money comes in naturally. You know, make sure that they're getting their just due. Make sure they're getting their medical treatments, the right ones that they need. Because anybody know that's disabled knows that you get medical treatment, but it's not always the best, and sometimes you need money to get the best. So if they're receiving their medical treatment, it's a before and after. They have your consent, and it's at their best, and necessarily just their worst. Then it's okay, and it's a decision you have to decide. Like morally, is this right? Is this what I would want if I was in that situation? And that's the way you gotta ask yourself. Or if this was me, would I want this out there? And as a parent, you gotta really examine your situation, because you see a lot of these people on Instagram who have accounts based off of their disabled child, and then some of them you kind of see them as like, man, why would he post that? That's that person at their worst. Why would he post that? Are you trying to like teach a lesson, and is that lesson at the sacrifice of your child? What is this? What are you trying to do? And I seen disabled people post their worst, and at least that person has mental capabilities and knows what they're doing and has a reason for them doing it. They're doing it themselves. So this video isn't really necessarily to condemn those parents, but just educate them and kind of really make them think about, all right, should I be posting this, or should I just post up the best moments, and just celebrate that, and it's all exploitation, but it's just on how you use it. And so these are the things that we just I wanted to discuss. That's a problem in the disabled community. Has been a problem. We can't, just because somebody's mentally disabled and maybe they make it big or some viral video, doesn't mean you can take advantage of them. And it's something that, you gotta really evaluate the situation and just look at it. It's like, well, if that was me, how would I feel? So I just wanted to end this video with saying, hopefully it encourages you guys to make a change, who may be watching this video, and also shed light when you do see this video on social media, and examine what's going on and look at them in a different way and seeing like, oh, is this okay or is this not okay? And not necessarily to condemn people, but to encourage change and educate people, and so that way disabled people are not getting exploited in the wrong ways or taken advantage of. Thank you guys for watching this video.